Good evening. So while I'm just sitting here talking to God and my spirit guides, people chose to disrespect the sun, manipulate the moon, and try to sacrifice the stars. See, you can't do that and expect consequences not to be served, not to be given to people. Taking the tools of the universe for granted, trying to manipulate them in your favors. Not even with grace, but with pride and ego, thinking that you could continue the cycle and the cycle won't ever stop. That's why this system is falling. That's why things are going the way it's going. These wars, these famine, this pestilence, all this death. It's the earth realizing and understanding that the element's going to have to step in. Because people been doing so much manipulations in the dark, then standing in front of people in the light lying. Stealing in front of people's faces, looking them in their eyes, knowing that they're doing something to them behind their backs. Then seeing the stars, the successes, the accomplishments of others, being jealous, being rageful, being prideful, using their egos to passively manipulate or, assume a power and authority over the divine and divinity of other people. See, they don't even realize that they have no place with God. There is no honor amongst thieves. These are people from the bloodline of Judas Iscariot. Trying to take those pieces of silver and then trying to give those pieces of silver back, thinking that their karma will lessen, thinking that they will be saved, or thinking that, okay, everything will work out in my favor if I just get back what I had stolen. But you have to understand, you stole the sun, you stole the moon, and you try to destroy the stars. There is no getting that back. You had generational curses to break, contracts to heal your bloodline, to understand that love not only heals all but connects all, as above so below. You can't sit here and try to deem yourself worthy when you've shown that you're not worthy. Everybody was thinking, oh, okay, if I do these things in the background and nobody know, then I'm good, I'm safe. No, you're not. Because everything you've done in your past lives, because this is the apocalypse. See, the government, the least ain't gonna tell you that. This is the end. People chose to use their bloodline, their lineage to manipulate, to siphon under the laws and the theories of religion, trying to deem their actions worthy, in the eyes of man. But you got to understand, it doesn't matter what man thinks. It matters what God thinks. And then to use the stars to manipulate people to sell their souls, trade their values and their worth for material gains and wealth, that in the end, apocalypse, there will be no more money. There will be no more systems. You will have to manipulate and manifest in love. You will have to earn your values and your worth. You will have to balance out your past, present, and future. Not only that, you will have to break the chains that bound you in your past lives, in your previous karmic cycles. And a lot of people looking for man to heal them instead of looking for love, unconditional love that's worth their values, love that balances their light and dark. Love, when you look up at the sun and the moons, you understand why stars are there, why that glitter, all that glitter isn't gold. You understand that You have to look past the eye can see. You have to look towards faith, love, and understanding. Not trying to compare yourself with things that can be destroyed. Look at the weather, stuff being wiped out. People looking around. People don't understand that this is the effects of karma. This is the effects of people think they're better than people, knowing that they stole to get where they're at. Stealing from other people's bloodline and lineages, trying to build and profit off of other people's, trying to enforce the manipulation of energy so that you can siphon from the divine beings, the 144,000 that were placed here to make sure that they healed people's bloodline and broke the curses, the chains that bound people to the system. Now people still looking around for the system to help them. The same system that damaged them spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. See, that's the problem. People wonder why I'm so patient, so calm, so peaceful. Because everything I had said as a child and as growing up is happening. But instead of people taking my word for inspiration and enlightenment as an eye-opener and to set things straight, they use it to turn it against me, turn it against the world. Try to make sure I didn't reach my North Node, making sure I didn't balance out what was supposed to be balanced, making sure that I didn't give the love to the universe, to the world, to people who deserve. Making sure that I didn't come in contact with those I can heal, because I can heal people. The government knows that. These religious organizations knows that. They've been using the divine beings' energy to energetically manipulate the sun, moon, and stars to make sure that destruction came. To make sure that they can collect all the energy they could so that they can leave this universe and go to another governor sector of the universe. See, they weren't thinking about man or men and women and children. Because when you think about family, you think about not leaving nobody behind. You think about making sure that there's a foundation, there is a stability. And Earth is a school, a home, a foundation where there's supposed to be stability, where things are supposed to be stabilized, where things are supposed to grow and flourish. It was about love that brings growth. So that when you do a sin, you could literally see the chosen ones is doing what they're supposed to do. They can use their gifts to leave this realm. They can literally use if they reach the highest of the highest. You see these Marvel superheroes, they have the abilities. I know I have the abilities to do many things. And that's why the government was using my energy to deflect what was going on. They didn't want the masses, the population, to know the truth. They wanted people to be mentally stuck, mentally sick, emotionally damaged, physically unstable and unsteady on their feet, and spiritually unawoken, spiritually depressed, spiritually broken, not healed, not loved, narcissistic type tendencies. They didn't want the traditions to go away and realize that we're in another stage, where we can grow. We have all these tools and resources, things we didn't have in the previous generations. We have things at our fingertips that can help people, give people the truth, but instead they use the system to manipulate and to maneuver and to misplace and to misuse the governance, not only above but below the bodies, to manipulate, to pull, to tug, to unplug, and to destroy people's psyche abilities, to disrupt the universe. That's why the things are going the way it's going. Because there was no reflection, there was no detection, there was no accountability, there was no truth. Everybody was hiding. All these secret societies, these people, certain clearance. You gotta get clearance for the truth. And then if you tell the truth, what's gonna happen? You know, you lose all respect, or you're judged. You know, you're condemned. Look at me, I was persecuted. You know, tossed aside, orphaned, put on the back burner, used as a green screen so they can project the projectable, knowing that that wasn't me. They used me as a projection to mirror, you know, the connections to the universe, to the sun, moon, and stars, to the balance of above, so below. So people got to understand that things are going the way it's going because people still put their faith in man. You have the truth right in front of you. You have history that has been repeating itself. It's the same thing. It's all about love. It's all about peace, light, the truth, coming together, knowing that, you know, all this division ain't gonna bring nothing but disasters. And you gotta balance out your light and dark. You gotta be able to be accountable for all your actions. You gotta be able to break away those chains and understand. Seek God first, not last, not second. Don't go to man looking for homage or looking for some sort of powerful, you know, insight, which they're not going to lead by example or be the example they lead by. You know, they don't want to put themselves in your shoes, because if they put themselves in your shoes, they got to feel what you feel, and they don't want to feel what you feel. That's their ego. That's the narcissistic behaviors and tendencies. You know, they know I'm spiritually gifted. They know I can do many things, but I'm aligned. I use all my gifts for the right reasons. You know, I don't need to manipulate. I don't need to hate, to steal, kill, or destroy. I use my gifts in love. I completed and accomplished what I was supposed to accomplish on the 3D. I work for God. I work for the whole universe. You know, that's why people are seeing things they're seeing now. Things be destroyed because the government didn't want me to have a home here, knowing that the reason why this place is here was because of me. They wanted to kill me, which means they wanted to kill y'all. When I leave, everybody else leaves. What does that say to you? They knew that if they kept me in the negative energy and bound and binded, they can do whatever they want. They didn't want God's prophecy to come to fruition. Now look at them. Blaming everybody else for what's going on, but not taking accountability and being able to speak up and say it's because of us. It's because of us not trusting the prophecy. It's because of us using religion and every governing body that governs the body, manipulating the laws of the universe, trying to misinform and lead people down the road that they're not even supposed to go down, trying to take away and jeopardize people's path, you know, their destiny, misinforming and hiding the 144,000 chosen ones, starseed light beings, galactic beings that were placed here to heal all as above, so below. But instead of that, they chose to destroy. And then they chose to blame other people. You know, they chose to place people in the position they're in. And then they continue to choose to hide, to lie, to not tell the truth. You know, they don't, men would never take accountability for their actions. You know, that's why the light beings, the beacons of light, the galactic beings were placed here so that people could know the truth. Man has no power. Man controls no one. God does. The universe does. The air, earth, water, and fire and spirit controls things. Now, people are going to realize that when the powers of the universe be removed, everyone else will be removed. So you got to understand what's going on. So thank you.